Finding untapped niches can feel impossible as an Etsy seller. Maybe you have a great idea for a product, but when you do a keyword search for the item, it's already oversaturated with competition. If this sounds like you, you're not alone. And believe it or not, there is a sneaky solution that will help you to pull only the best keywords to the surface. That way, you don't have to waste time on keywords that are impossible to rank for. Today, I'll be showing you how to use eRank to find these low competition keywords with just one quick click. Before touching eRank, I like to reflect on popular themes and products that I've noticed out in the wild as a consumer. While shopping in stores and online, begin thinking about the common colors, themes, animals, and topics that you see. When watching Reels and TikToks, what cute animals do you commonly notice? What aesthetics do you see? Anytime you begin to notice something repeatedly popping up while shopping or even while scrolling on social media, take note of it. There's a good chance that these themes will be the next hot trend on Etsy, which can help to give you a great starting point for your research journey. Keep a notepad in your bag while out shopping, or create a list on your phone where you can save these ideas for later research. The more you practice trend awareness while shopping and spending time online, the easier it will become over time. After you have a list of ideas and themes, head over to eRank. This is where we're going to start our research, and while eRank is primarily an Etsy tool, we also have data for tons of other marketplaces, as well as Pinterest, which can help you to compare trending themes no matter where you sell. Let's start by entering a broad phrase. I've noticed a lot of products featuring capybaras over the last few years, popping up in stores and online. And these animals have also been very popular on social media. This gives us a great starting point for our research today. Rather than searching for a specific capybara-related product, it's better to start broad with a single word or phrase like capybara, because eRank will show us all items related to capybaras that are currently being shopped for on Etsy. Now, obviously, with such a broad term, we are going to see relatively high competition, but this isn't where we want to focus our energy. Instead, let's scroll down to these keyword ideas related to the word capybara located in the table. From here, we can see estimated search volumes, as well as the competition levels to expect for products containing the word capybara. We can also see a keyword difficulty score, which estimates how hard it will be for you to compete when using this term. The closer to 1, the easier it'll be to rank for this term, whereas numbers closer to 100 will be the hardest to rank for. There are a lot of great ideas here for products, but I specifically want to narrow down on product ideas with the lowest levels of competition. To do this, we're going to first click on this menu towards the right side of the table. Then we'll switch from default match to exact match. This will ensure that we only see results that contain the phrase capybara. Next, we'll head over to the competition column on the far right of the table and click the down arrow twice. Now you'll see keywords with the lowest competition levels first, starting with those that have unknown competition, which typically just means that there are so few competitors that we aren't able to estimate competition levels. Next, we'll scroll through this list and start taking note of the terms that have search volumes that either outrank competition or that have a close ratio of competitors to searches. And pay special attention to these green search trend graphs in the center of the table. Even if a keyword has an average search volume that is lower, it may be a more recent trend that is just starting to take off. For example, we can see that the term capybara birthday invitation only has an average search volume of 38 searches per month versus 824 competitors. But if you look at the trend graph, we can see that last month, capybara birthday invitations started trending with a total of 360 searches last month. This could mean that a new trend is about to start, making right now a great time to list capybara-themed invitations if it fits my existing shop and niche. When you find a great keyword like this, I recommend creating a keyword list where you can save these terms. That way, you can analyze them later. To create a new keyword list, click the dark green star button at the bottom left of the screen. Then you can either create a new list, or you can select a list that you've already created from the menu. From here, when you discover a keyword that you'd like to keep an eye on, you can click on the star icon next to any term to add it to your list. To view all of the words that you've just saved to your list, along with their data, you can either open your keyword lists menu in the bottom left again, then click Manage Lists at the bottom of the window that pops up, or alternatively, you can click the Keyword Research menu in the left navigation, then click Keyword Lists. This will take you to a page where all of your keywords are stored, so you can keep an eye on their search volumes month over month. This is extremely important when it comes to trendy keywords because sometimes search patterns change quickly. What was popular last month may not be popular next month, so it's worth keeping an eye on them to see how search patterns for terms like these change over time. And obviously, the more searches, the better, but when it comes to these low competition micro niches, it's often easier to succeed with lower searches as long as the competition is also low and the clicks and click-through rates are high. Basically, this data tells us that though there are less people searching for these items, all of the people searching have intent to buy. Think of it like dropping your fishing line into a bucket of thousands of fish, but none of the fish are hungry, versus dropping your line into a bucket of a few hundred fish, but all of the fish in that bucket are starving. Your odds of actually catching a fish increases exponentially within these buckets due to purchase intent. Now, while this strategy does work, it's important to note that even broad phrases can lead to lackluster results. For example, broad phrases related to a specific product, like shirt, won't always result in sweet spots like you've seen today, simply because product-centric terms are the most commonly used on Etsy. However, if we narrow down on categories that are trendy overall on Etsy, like capybaras, for example, it becomes easier to narrow down on trends related to these themes that also fit into your industry, like shirts. Again, it's all about observing the themes that you naturally notice emerging around you and using them to springboard your research. Performing trend analysis can take a lot of time and practice, and while I make it look easy here on YouTube, what you're not seeing are the hours of research that I've edited out in order to find great examples to present. But that's the thing about business. The most profitable steps are seldom the ones that are quick and easy, because obviously, if it was easy, everyone would do it, and then competition would be high overnight. So don't be afraid to test, experiment, compare, and try new things. The more that you practice conscious awareness of trending themes, the easier product research becomes, especially if you incorporate occasional research into your day-to-day workflow. I hope this video encourages you to explore trend research with a new lens. Remember, at its core, data analysis is a science, making every seller a scientist when it comes to running unique experiments in their own shops. And as always, be sure to click the subscribe button for even more eRank tutorials from the team. And join Pam Duthie and I live every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern for our weekly Q&A right here on YouTube. Thanks for watching.